Hello everyone and welcome to the December subscription tasting video. We're tasting the 3 coffees we're sending out the first Wednesday of December. And to do that with me today I have Ben Symes, our wholesale manager.
Yeah. Hi Tim.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Before we get into the tasting and talking to Ben, let me explain how the subscription works. You can subscribe from 1 to 6 bags. And I choose the coffees that we send out every month. We send it out on the first Wednesday of the month. And normally if you subscribe to 3 bags, you get 1 of each bag. We normally send out 3 different coffees. If you subscribe to 6 bags, you get 2 of each coffee. And if you subscribe to 1 bag, you only get the first coffee. So that's how it works. You can pause, stop, and change the subscription at any time. And we do ship around the world with DHL. So every duty and everything is paid for when you pay in the checkout. That's why the shipping might seem a little high. But think about it. A person is picking up the parcel here, driving to the airport, flying it to your country, and then someone is driving it to your door. It's not very expensive actually. So we have a lot of subscribers in the US and in Europe and Australia.
All around the world.
Asia, yeah. And also of course in Norway, which is our main market. Okay, Ben, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Yeah.
Excited to taste some Christmas coffees.
Yeah.
Or Christmas edition.
Christmas edition coffees, yeah. Why don't we call it Christmas coffees?
As you always say, like there's no farm called Christmas, and we really want to highlight and focus on the producers, and then labeling it as a Christmas coffee is kind of deceiving. But so we call it Christmas edition, and try to have the name of the coffee always prominent and in focus.
There's no real additive or anything in the Christmas edition coffee. It's just normally we have, when we buy coffees, for instance, from Nacimiento, we buy maybe 10 or 12 lots during the year. One of those lots are normally a little bit better than the other ones. Yeah. And the same with Kenya, the same with all the farms actually. So normally what we do is to choose some of the best coffees we have in stock. Yeah. Of course, the lot size has to be also quite big because we sell a lot of...
Popular.
Yeah, very popular. So it can't be like the smallest lot. But we do have some gems for the subscription in the coming months as well. Yeah.
So you choose your favorites basically, or some of your favorites, and
something that I want to drink during Christmas, and also we want to make sure that it's really good coffee because it's normally given out as a gift. Yeah. A lot of people buy coffee as gifts for Christmas, so if you send out some bad coffee or something you want to get rid of, then it's not the best idea, not the best kind of commercial for us. Cool. We are also today, when we're recording this film, we're also recording a podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Annual year in review. Yeah. So it become a tradition for us. So hopefully this will be out in December, so you can enjoy listening to what we have been doing throughout the year. What are some of your highlights this year?
Oh, I'll have to go back and review the year, but one that stands out was my trip to Colombia. Yeah. And visiting Finca el and meeting all the farmers and seeing how coffee is grown. So
yeah, that was a nice trip for me too. Yeah. Not just because you joined your first origin trip, but also we had after you left there, we had a symposium with all the farmers that we buy from in Latin America, and just gathering them and having like 3 days with them is fantastic.
Yeah, and Finca el is a beautiful place to be. Yeah. It's really nice and relaxing out on the farm.
Yeah. We're not tasting any coffees from Tamanao today because they're on their way. They harvested they were finished in August, so those coffees have been shipped, but they haven't arrived yet. So those will come after Christmas sometime. Yeah. Cool. Should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So let's taste the first coffee we're sending out. So, first coffee we're sending out, there's no surprise for us. It's the Gachatha coffee from Kenya. I think one of the best Kenyans we bought this year. Yeah. We had like a couple of lots that were really, really outstanding. Looking at my scores from when I bought it, this was the highest scoring one. I think I scored it 90 points. Yeah. Because it was like a standout coffee when I was in Kenya. What are your flavor notes?
Black currant, red fruits, it's quite intense, I would say, in the flavor.
Very intense.
Has this kind of like a tart, almost sort of, a mouth filling that is sort of, quite a high acidity.
Yeah,
Tart
intense.
fruit,
Intense
like
in
fresh
every way.
berries,
If a tip that I have, very often if you're grinding this at the same grind level as your typical Honduran coffee or whatever, sometimes the extraction can be quite high, so you get very concentrated coffee, and then you would say, oh, this coffee is bitter or something. Just try to dilute it a little bit with some hot water or even cold water, and the coffee really opens up. So that's one way of doing it. Another way is to grind a little bit coarser, or just use a little bit less coffee. It can also be, or more water. So for me, this is like a fruit bomb.
really juicy.
Yeah. Remind me of the best Kenyan coffees from the last 10 years, I guess. Coffee in Kenya is changing overall. So this is a cooperative coffee where a lot of smallholder farmers sell their cherry to a small washing station in Nyeri. It's actually very close to Nyeri, this wet mill. And then the coffee is processed at Gachatha. And Gachatha has been a pretty well-run wet mill for many years because Nespresso has been buying a lot of those coffees and also supporting the cooperative with like a seedling program. So the cooperative is handing out new seedlings to farmers. They have extensionist service, so they train the farmers in how to prune the trees and you know, all these kind of things. One of the things we have noticed over the years, and that is pretty evident in all over Kenya, is that a lot of the SL varieties are slowly being removed, being replaced by Ruiru 11 or Batian, which are hybrid cultivars. And of course, the government in Kenya say, oh, the quality is even better, you know. But I wouldn't say it's better or worse, it's just very different. So gradually the coffees are getting less and less of that kind of blackcurrant flavor, these kind of famous Kenyan flavors. And more and more of these kind of herbal flavors, still fruity, but not as fruity as the SLs.
Kind of washed out a bit.
I think here you can still taste some influence of SL for sure. It's really like blackcurranty and fruity and winey. And
I drank mine up already. That's how good it is.
That's a good sign. I'll put some more in your cup.
Thanks.
Very juicy and refreshing. So the first coffee is from Gachatha in Nyeri, Kenya. It's a mix of SL28, SL34, Batian, and Ruiru 11. Those are the traditional cultivars in Kenya. And it's processed at a wet mill. So this coffee is produced by many farmers who deliver cherries to the wet mill. And then, of course, they produce many different lots throughout the year. And the lots are also separated into big screens, big beans, medium beans, small beans, pea berries.
AA, AB.
So this is an AA for those who are interested in that. I'm not so concerned about screens, to be honest, but I normally only buy, I guess I am concerned because I normally only buy AAs.
For the quality.
Which are the bigger beans, and I just find them to be more kind of, they have more of everything.
More fruit.
More acidity, more intensity, cleaner, better coffees in general. So of course you can have different lots of Gachatha throughout the year. And this was one of the lots that were available when I was there buying coffee. So that's the one we bought. And of course we bought other coffees as well from other cooperatives. We have Karagoto and Karinga. And even though they are all located very close to one another, the coffees taste pretty different. So then you have like fermentation come into play. The mix of SL versus Batian and Ruiru. So yeah, cool. That's the first bag we're sending out. You like it?
Yeah, my favorite Kenyan we've had so far.
Nice. This year?
This year, It's just the most intense and fruity.
And that's one of our Christmas edition coffees. So we selected this. I prefer to really drink Kenyan coffee after meals because they're quite intense and also quite refreshing. So especially when you eat a lot of like fatty foods and stuff.
Christmas food in Norway.
So I think that's a good choice, and it also pairs surprisingly well with rum or something like that, if you want that, or even aquavit actually. If you have a barrel-aged aquavit, which is a Norwegian traditional schnapps, I guess, it actually goes really well with the Kenyan coffee.
The acidity.
Let's taste the second coffee, which is a completely different coffee. It's also a Christmas edition coffee. And it's from, ooh, I was spilling a little bit. Hold on. Back again. This is a Christmas edition coffee from Honduras. It's a Pacas cultivar grown by Jobneel. You should check out the video we made that is on YouTube now from his farm. It's an astonishing place.
Yeah.
You haven't been, but Damian has been, and it's.
I met Jobneel for the first time in Colombia. He's a character too. He's a really funny guy.
Yeah, definitely a character.
Yeah.
All right, so let's taste this.
Soft and round and kind of reminds me a bit of this one too. Like it has these red fruit flavors.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the same intensity and volume of this cup, but really juicy and just well balanced and structured coffee.
Yeah. I do get a little bit like kind of berry flavor, but also maybe not so pronounced in this one, but it's always there in these coffees. This kind of cacao nib.
Yeah.
Like not in the over fermented coffee cacao nib flavor way that you get in all these kind of infused coffees and whatever, but it's more like a pleasant kind of almost cooling sensation of cacao nibs.
Especially in the finish, I think.
So this is one of his Pacas varieties. Of course, when we buy coffee from Jobneel, we buy many lots of Pacas.
Yeah, because he harvests, like, the farm is basically on the side of a mountain, so he harvests from January to May or June.
Yeah, May, June, yes.
Half a year of picking,
Of course, he picks coffee throughout the year on all parts.
Yeah.
But the majority of the coffee that comes from the later part of the harvest is from the top.
Higher elevation.
They have slower maturation. So this is one of the later harvested lots. We bought 3 lots from this period, and unfortunately this year, I don't know why, but there was a lot of issues with these coffees, probably because of a lot of rain, and also we didn't have enough labor.
Yeah.
So we had to reject a lot of lots, unfortunately.
Okay.
But the good part is that the harvest was much bigger this year than last year, so we were able to buy enough coffee.
Yeah.
But
selected.
I decided to be quite strict on my selection on the Pacas because the quality can be a little bit up and down, and I didn't really want to buy those kind of herbal coffees. But so we focused on like more fruit intensity, and this was one of those.
And they came from the later harvest generally.
Yeah, but we also had one lot that we sold previously from the early part. That was also quite fruity, but more in a fermented way.
Yeah.
So you could actually taste that the coffee probably had been fermented a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So in a positive way, not like a rotten.
No. Yeah.
But like just a little touch of volatility, like this kind of almost vinegary, like in a positive way, flavors.
Yeah.
This for me is a very clean coffee.
More elegant,
Very juicy, rounded, soft, sweet.
Yeah.
Very likable, I guess.
Delicious. I drank it up already as well. But this one, it's so easy to drink. Like, it's very refreshing as well, I think.
Yeah. So another Christmas edition coffee for those who prefer maybe a little bit less intensity of acidity.
Yeah.
Like my dad, he doesn't want too much acidity in his coffee.
Yeah.
That's what he says, but I always give him a cup of Kenya and he loves it.
Yeah.
All right. So the third coffee is not really a Christmas edition coffee, but it is a very nice coffee.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And it's just a little Christmas gift for all our 3-bag and more subscribers. We bought a lot of geisha from El Puente this year, from Marisabel and Moises. And we kind of had bought enough, and then there was one lot that was just a little bit different, tasted maybe a little bit more kind of Ethiopian style and the geisha style. And Moises said, "Can we buy it?" I'm like, "I don't really need it." It's like, "Okay, I'll give you a little discount, and then you can get it." So I was, "Okay, let's take it."
He really wanted you to have it.
Yeah, and why not send it out to our subscribers, our most loyal customers? And this is just a geisha. It's grown in one of their farms. They have many different farms in like a couple of different places in the south of Honduras, near Marcala. And they have won awards for the geisha many times. They won the Cup of Excellence some years ago. After that, they quit competing because they want to let other people
go out on top.
Yeah.
It's almost like an orange wine. Like it has that acidity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like mandarin, citrus flavors, sweet. Yeah. Floral.
Yeah.
Like a really nice like muscatel kind of as well.
If you're into natural wines, a skin macerated muscatel grape kind of orange wine.
That's so good.
It's really good.
Yeah. The geisha from El Puente is always one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
It just has a really nice balance of those like sweet citrus, like almost overripe kind of mandarin flavors and floral, purple kind of jasmine or something. Or, So.
You bring this coffee home a lot of times.
Yeah, it's one of my. It's hard to go past it.
Yeah.
So.
I think this year they also had pretty good quality overall on their geisha. We bought a few lots from the early part of the harvest because now we ship 2 containers from Honduras because we can consolidate the coffees from Jobneel with El Puente.
Yeah.
So the earlier harvests were really good, but not as intense, I guess. This is from the kind of last part of the harvest. They harvest a little bit earlier than Jobneel.
Yeah.
But
this is like March or something.
Yeah.
This year. Yeah.
And also they had a lot of problems with frost this year. So that means they had to, when you look at the green sample after you mill the coffee, like half of the beans were
Frost
brown.
damage.
Yeah. So they're like completely brown or almost black.
Oh gosh.
So Moises, because he has his own mill, he can kind of color sort the coffee.
Yeah.
He had to pass it a couple of times to
right.
sort out everything.
Yeah.
And he just told me that almost 50% loss on the geisha.
Yeah.
Because he has planted that in the highest parts, and that's where you have problems with frost damage. It's not really like ice, but if the coffee has less than 7 degrees for an extended period of time, you get problems with like frost damage.
Yeah.
They call it cold burn, but.
And that's at any stage of like the ripening process for the cherries? Or?
Yeah. So I think if it happens earlier, probably you won't have maturation at all. But I think this happened quite late, like closer to the harvest.
Yeah.
They also had a lot of rain, so it was difficult for them to do proper drying and everything. But with our coffees, the coffees that we buy, they actually bring the coffees to their house in Marcala, which is a little bit lower altitude. And they have raised beds with shade nets there, and they have people working there, like only taking care of the drying, and they're able to dry the coffees more efficiently there. So they don't do it with all their coffees because, like Moises said, the customers don't want to pay for it. So and also they grow a lot of coffee, so they have to use guardiolas, which are mechanical dryers.
Yeah. And sometimes they use a combination of both as well.
Yeah. And also patios they utilize, but. I think they have developed a way of drying the coffee in the guardiolas that makes it pretty good. Like, you can't really tell a huge difference unless you wait.
Maybe it's the shelf life of the green coffee, which we would notice more.
That changes for sure.
But that tastes really fresh.
Yeah.
So fresh. So.
Well, I've tasted a 2-year-old geisha from them. That is, you can't tell the difference. So. It really helps with not just the drying on the shade, but also storing in Grain Pro. They store it in a cool warehouse.
Yeah.
Here we do vacuum packing. We're pretty efficient with the shipping there. So as soon as I've been there, I normally am there like in the middle of the harvest or towards the end of the harvest. So I can taste the coffees that are kind of harvested in the first period.
Yeah.
And as soon as I made my selection, I bring the samples home.
Yeah.
I cup here. I select the coffees, they start milling immediately.
And they probably do, they know you so well, you have a good relationship, so they probably do some pre-selection.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
They know
so
what
I don't
you
have
want.
to, I don't have to cup through 400 lots, it's maybe 80 samples. And then as soon as I made my selection, they start milling because they have their own mill. Yeah. And then it's exported like 1 or 2 weeks after. So it's very, very efficient. The only thing delaying it is like consolidation with Jobneel. Because that's a different operation. Jobneel is delivering coffee to a mill called San Vicente. Yeah. And they work with, I think, over 400 farmers. So you can't just show up and deliver coffee. No. They need to have space for it. Yeah. So you kind of get your dates where you can deliver. Yeah. And
that's the most common way, right? So
yeah. Well, in Colombia, it's kind of a free market, so you can just deliver whenever you want. Yeah. Sell to whoever you want, because there are a lot of buyers in the small towns. Yeah. So But normally it works a little bit like this. Yeah. Cool. So those are the 3 coffees. Which one was your favorite? The Geisha.
The last one, yeah. It's hard to choose because like Gachatha, that's for me the best Kenyan we've had so far this year. Really fruity, intense. Nacimiento Pacas is always like a star favorite at the cafe. It's round, so kind of like in between these 2 coffees. It's like a well balanced kind of crowd pleaser.
For sure.
But I just love that sweet citrus flavor. Yeah.
And that kind of very clean and delicate tea-like mouthfeel.
Yeah.
I still think it has like texture, but and it doesn't feel thin. It's just like so elegant and clean. Cool, like almost like a sweet tea, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A little bit of sugar, that kind of texture. All right.
Very transparent.
Thank you, Ben, for joining. And if you don't know what Ben is doing, he's our wholesale manager.
That's right.
He takes care of all our, well, you can explain.
Yeah. I look after all the business customers, so support them with anything they need. Restaurants, cafes, offices, if you need brewing help or staff training or tasting our coffees, I'm the guy to ring.
Yeah. So if you have an office and you want to have these coffees in your office, just let Ben know and he will help you out. Cool, those are the 3 coffees we're sending out. So let's repeat, it's Gachatha from Kenya, and it's Nacimiento from Pacas from Honduras. And it's the Geisha from El Puente, also in Honduras. I think there's not much more to say other than thank you so much for subscribing throughout the year. Thank you for watching these videos. And I wish you happy holidays for those of you who celebrate Christmas. And for those who don't, happy Festivus.